Have you ever heard that someone's putting a tissue in your door or a zip tie on your window because they might be trafficking? I've definitely heard this. I've seen the viral posts. And what I'm here to say is, although I don't know what they're doing, and I'm not saying it's with good intentions, definitely be aware of your surroundings. But I know that it's not trafficking. And the reason I know that is for a trafficker, this is their business. This is how they make all of their money. So why would they take the risk of trying to kidnap me in a public place where I'm going to scream and yell and get loud, get law enforcement involved? When really all they have to do is go downtown and say, hey, can I offer you some groceries? Can I offer you a place to stay? And they build that trust. That is really the way that we see trafficking happening. So in parking lots and wherever you are, definitely be aware of your surroundings. Keep yourself safe and the others around you safe. But really, when we're talking about the issue of trafficking, we need to look out for our friends and family and different relationships and dynamics and the vulnerabilities they might have. How many of you have heard that we have an issue with human trafficking here in Oklahoma because of our highway system? I know that's what I've heard. I've grown up in Oklahoma City my whole life, and I've always been told that because our highways cross and we're right in the middle, we have an issue with trafficking. But really what we've learned is that every single state says that they have an issue because of their highways, but every single state has highways. What we've learned is that when we say it's the highway system, we're saying we don't have an issue with trafficking. It's just something that comes through and goes out, when really it is rooted here. The real reason that we have such an issue with trafficking in Oklahoma has nothing to do with this highway back here. But what it really has to do with is the vulnerabilities of the people of our state. We have people who are struggling to make rent. We have people who are struggling with substance abuse issues. We have high incarceration rates, low mental health and education support. And all of these are vulnerabilities. And a trafficker's only goal is to identify what they could offer somebody or what somebody might need for them to gain their trust. And so trafficking is rooted here. But us talking about it is how we address it and how we fight trafficking. It's not the highways. It's our vulnerabilities. Another common misconception we hear about trafficking is that for somebody to be trafficked, they have to be tied up, chained up, kept in a basement somewhere. And although this is a dramatic image, this really isn't what we hear from survivors. I mean, we're just in a neighborhood walking around, and if you're doing your daily activities, walking around your neighborhood, going to school, going to the mall, going to get coffee, you could walk past victim survivors. Because for trafficking, the chains are often not going to be physical ones or ones that you can see. They're the emotional and psychological and physical chains that have kept somebody in their trafficking experience. It's not hard to imagine somebody struggling to make rent, somebody struggling to get food on the table, and then somebody comes in and offers a great way for them to have a new life. And that's really the dynamic that we see in trafficking. It's not